Hey there, Jack here. Just another human on the journey to embody more love, joy, and peace, and sharing daily downloads and ideas that are helping me along the journey in the hope that they might help you as well. So today's idea is was actually given to me through a book that I'm reading right now called The Way of Mastery, which is presented as a series of teachings from Christ consciousness or from beyond the individual human experience, from a perspective of pure love and forgiveness and mercy. The ideals that are associated with Christ and Christ consciousness. And the idea that really stuck with me was, or today's lesson, was all about forgiveness. And what it reminded me was that a lot of the pain in our life that's blocking us, a lot of the time when we're failing to experience, or when we are not in a state of love, joy, and peace, it's because there's some sort of blockage inside of our mental state, inside of our emotional state, something inside of our physical state that's making us feel blocked and uncomfortable. And love flows, joy flows, peace flows. They flow naturally unless there's some sort of blockage in the way, keeping those channels from being full of that that flowing energy of positivity. And a lot of the time, those blockages are negative ideas and judgments that we're holding, either about ourselves or about the world around us. There's a lot of negative self-talk in our head that we're not even really aware of. Things like thinking, "Oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not as far along in. I don't have as much. I'm not as far along in my career as Mr. Smith down the road, and I don't have as nice a house as Jane Saunders, and I don't have this, and I'm not like that." And all of these critical thoughts that we have about ourselves and about others, like looking out in the world and thinking, "Oh man, that person is just such and such way. Wow, this person's really lazy. Oh, this person's so mean and critical. Oh, this person is so fat. Oh, this person is so ugly. Oh, this person is so mean. This person is so thoughtless. They never think before they speak." And I know in a previous video I talked about how the judgments and the negativities that we see out in the world are just a projection of what's actually going on in our own mind, the judgments that are going on in our own mind. And the key from today's teaching is that forgiveness is the energy form that is going to release those blockages, because we don't stop judging until we've forgiven the person or the object that we were previously so harshly thinking upon, right? Like when we feel bad about something that we did, we don't stop feeling bad and judging ourselves until we've been forgiven. When we until we've forgiven ourselves, because everybody else in the world can say, "Oh, it's okay. Like you're forgiven. We love you. We know that you were just doing the best you could in the moment." All of these things that are true, right? Most of the time we are doing the best that we can in the moment, even when we make mistakes and even when we have negative and low moments. We're doing the best that we can, or we're trying to. And yet, until we've forgiven ourselves, there can be no progress. We can't let go of the things that are hurting us because and then that are blocking us, because we are the ones that put them there, and we are the ones that have to release them. So today's idea that has already helped me a lot in the past 20 minutes is sit down and think about some things that need to be forgiven in your life, whether that's things that other people did to you, whether that's things that you did to other people. Forgiving yourself is so vital, even as forgiving other people is vital, because holding on to negativity and anger and resentment against others is it's not causing them any if your goal was to cause them some sort of discomfort by holding on to resentment, it's not helping to cause them hurt in retribution, and all it's doing is causing pain to you. So forgiving others, forgiving yourself, especially forgiving yourself, because we all have this litany, at least I know that I do, of if I look back at my past and even sometimes at my present, I see things that I think and that I do where I judge that as not the highest form of action that I could have taken, not the best, most loving, joyful, or peaceful action that I could have flowed out. And we can be perfectionists. We can be harsh on ourselves, and letting go of the judgment against ourselves and just saying, I forgive you for the harsh words that you spoke to that person. I forgive you for not meeting this goal that you set for yourself. I forgive you for the pain that you have caused through your action or inaction. I forgive you for making mistakes that caused you to ruin something that was so beautiful in your life. And I forgive you for the thoughtlessness and the little moments of weakness where you let your lower nature rear up its head and be harsh to other people around you or to you, and to break some of the fragile things in your life. So that's just some energy that we could all use, I think. A little bit of forgiveness, a little bit more love and compassion and understanding, especially directed towards ourselves. So living with more love, joy, and peace every day isn't only about forward-looking positive action and developing these new routines of thinking. It's also about letting go and releasing the negativity that we've been holding on to, the blockages that have been stopping love, joy, and peace from flowing. It's about letting go of the judgments. Forgiveness is the great dissolver of judgment. And so I hope that today is improved for you because you've forgiven and been forgiven. It certainly has been magical for me, and I will see you tomorrow.